Hello, my name is Mark Fennell, and today I'm going to talk to you about how large photons are able to pass around large buildings. It is commonly known that we have long-range communication. What this means is that electromagnetic energy with very long wavelengths is able to pass through large objects or around large objects. This is a phenomenon that has been known, but not particularly understood why. I'm going to explain that to you. What I want to focus on is that electromagnetic energy is primarily a photon with wave properties. A photon more than it is a wave. I will explain wavelength and wave properties in a future video, but focus on the photon. The photon can come in many sizes. Smaller photons are concentrated and they will smack into walls. Larger photons are very sparse, very wide, and that's where they're able to go around buildings. Let's look again at what a photon actually is. The photon is actually composed of energy strings. There are electrical energy strings and magnetic energy strings. These strings are independent. There's not one continuous string, but small strings throughout the sphere. There are also spaces between the strings. This is important, particularly when we're talking about migrating around large objects. Now let us look exactly at how a large photon will migrate around an object. Consider a cloud. A cloud. What is a cloud? A cloud sounds like a singular object, but in reality there are millions and millions of water molecules. In the same way, a photon sounds like a single object, but it's not. A photon has millions and millions of energy strings. A cloud, many molecules. A photon, many energy strings. Now consider low-level fog. You've often seen low-level fog. Comes to a building, hits the building, spreads around, goes along the sides, and comes back to a point. The cloud actually spreads around, passes, and comes together. A cloud, many molecules around the building. In the same way, a large photon with its many energy strings will spread around the building and come to the other side. Let me show you. We start here with a photon that has very sparse energy strings. These strings may be for several inches or even feet, or could be miles apart. When these hit a building, the strings will spread out, go around the building, come to the other side, and merge back together into one entity. And that is how the large photon will go around buildings. This is why long-range communication actually works. Long-range communication uses very, very large photons. Because they're so large, they go around large buildings, large mountains, without even a second thought.